Hi, and welcome to Run Lab's video vlog, where happy runners meet.
Today we're welcoming back Coach G from Israel and hearing about how he got on.
And we talk about how to choose the right event to inspire you to train that much harder.
So first off, congratulations, Coach G. To finish 144K is quite an achievement, but to come second in a field of over 100 is incredible.
Thanks, E. And I'd just like to thank some of the professionals that helped me prepare for this race. You, who had a chance to look at my biomechanics, Stuart, my massage therapist, who worked on my body when it was sore and stiff, and Emily, my physiotherapist.
It was a pleasure to be able to assist you, Coach G, and kudos to your support team. Great team effort there.
Yeah, cool.
So for our audience who aren't familiar with the world of ultramarathon running, can you just kind of break it down for us a little bit in terms of, how long you're running for at any one time, when you sleep, when you eat, how does all of that stuff work?
Well, E, there are quite a few bits and pieces that need to fall into place for an ultramarathon to work out so well, and I do give a lot of credit to my team, my crew, the guys who are out there with me. There are two types of ultramarathons. One is a point-to-point. So the one that I've just done in Israel was 144 kilometers. That's from one point to the other as fast as you can. The other one is a circuit. It's usually a 10-kilometer trail or a 5-kilometer trail, and the idea is to do it as many times as you can in the allotted time. So if it's a 12-hour race, you do 5 kilometers for 12 hours. If it's a 24-hour race, you run the 10K loop for 24 hours. See how many times you can get that in 24 hours.
That's really cool. So the one you've just done is the point-to-point.
That's correct, yes.
So how long are you running for at any one time?
Well, on a race this distance, I would probably go continuously. The only time I'd really stop would be to chat with my crew at the aid stations, change water in my backpack, or resupply food in my backpack. So there are shorter stops, 5, maybe 10 minutes long, but we do want to keep moving as much as possible. The longer you stop, the harder it is to get going again.
Okay, so basically you don't sleep until you're done.
Yes, with the race of that distance, it's usually straight through. But I'm sure you've done an 18-hour work day where you get home and you're exhausted, but you haven't really had an opportunity to sleep. It's pretty much the same thing, only I'm lifting my legs up and down for 18 hours.
So what was your actual finish time?
My finish time was 18 hours and 14 minutes. That's all together with stops and everything added together.
So are you running in a group? I imagine there are different paces, obviously, of the runners. So are there times where you are surrounded by other runners, or are you pretty much out on your own with coming second? You must have just blitzed the field and gone out on your own.
That's a good question, and actually it's a very tactical race when you're running that far. I prefer to run my own race. I know a couple of guys set out together and stay in a pack. I chose to stay back. It got harder during the evenings because I left at the last wave, so there weren't any runners coming past me until I started passing people at roughly about 90 kilometers. And thereafter I started passing people quite regularly, but I was running on my own for quite some time.
So what we spoke about before you went was mindset, and with what you've just said there, that really emphasizes how important that is. You no doubt had moments where you thought, I'm done, those doubts start to come in. What strategies did you have to continue and complete the race as you did?
Yeah, that's a common question I get asked, and yes, I had those negative thoughts. There were always thoughts in my mind of, it's hurting, it's uncomfortable. After the first 6-7 hours, everything aches. Partially, I knew that my team was there to back me up, and if I needed anything, I could rely on them. And the other part is that I'm very stubborn, so I wasn't going to let the race get to me. There was a point, probably about 1, 2-ish in the morning, that I got a bit disorientated and a little bit lost. And I chatted to my crew, and they set me straight. They told me just to relax, take it easy, go to the last point that I felt comfortable, and just think about it. And I did. I chose the right route, and I carried on running. So sometimes it does take a little bit of a helping hand, a little bit of a hug every now and then, but you get through it and you do soldier on. So it's just about staying calm and understanding that it's just in your mind. It's not actual reality.
Coach G, so why did you choose this particular event, and what advice can you give our friends for choosing an event that will challenge them, or a race which is really going to take them out of their comfort zone?
The reason that I chose this specific race is I needed closure. Last year, unfortunately, I had a chest infection and I didn't get the opportunity to finish the race. And this year was setting things straight, making sure that I got the opportunity to complete it.
So unfinished business this time round?
Definitely. Sorted.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when I look at choosing a goal and when I help athletes choose goals, I always suggest picking something that means just a little bit to you. There's thousands of races and loads of different events all over the country and all over the world. You don't have to run every single one, but if you pick the one that just has some meaning to you, whatever it is, as little as it is, it'll make you want to train for that event just a little bit harder.
I think you've really nailed it there. I mean, that's, as you're saying that to me, that really resonates, and I think that will give people something to inspire them. So. No doubt the feeling of accomplishment and setting the record straight from last year gives you a huge feeling of accomplishment, which will give you motivation for your future races too.
Definitely. I have a circuit ultramarathon coming up in a few weeks' time, so hopefully the high from the last one will carry me through.
Thanks, Coach G. You've certainly inspired me today.
We'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and any questions you may have, so please feel free to join our social world.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, run happy.